Well, guys, I think this is time when we should start the session. Good morning, everyone. It seems we have very, very good attendance here of more than 100 people. Uh, right. My name is Raman Rai, and I am the co-founder of Antwork, and I'm also the program director of the bootcamp program from the Antwork. Uh, right. We are going to have a very, very interesting discussion today with Ashtosh regarding, data analytics and engineering using Python. Right. This is going to be a very, very interesting session, which is brought to you by Antwork. Uh, right. Let me just also briefly introduce about the Antwork. So Antwork is an educational platform. It is started by alums from IIT and ISB. I am myself being from IIT Kharagpur. Right. And but this program is basically driven by the professionals themselves, right? On our platform, if you go, you will see a huge, a repository of interviews from data scientists, data engineers, product managers, right? Where they are actually talking about their own work experiences, right? What exactly did they do in your job? What kind of projects they are doing, right? And this is something, guys, which is very, very difficult to get anywhere. So people will be talking about their own experiences, how did they solve the problems, by what kind of problems they encounter in the day-to-day job, right? So that's so please log into also and talk after the session. Please log into it, right? And continuing with our idea of bringing the professional experience to everybody, we have also launched a boot camp in data engineering. We'll talk more about this boot camp in the middle of the session, right? But without any further delay, probably we can start our session. And I would like to introduce you to our expert of the session here, Ashtosh Ranjan. Let's welcome him. Hi, Ashtosh. So Ashtosh is an acclaimed data scientist working with the Data Factory, and he's a data analyst for last 4 years in the domain of marketing, consumer tech, and much more. All right. He has helped over 100 million plus users globally by developing, a lot of products, deploying components under strict timelines, and ensuring seamless end-to-end delivery. Right. Right. He has excellent understanding of data science analysis, and he has very, very deep knowledge on Python, SQL, SOQL, Tableau, and other things. Right. We are honored to have you, Ashtosh, here. Please start your master session. I am closing my screen. Please share your screen.
Thank you so
Uh,
much, Ram. Thank you so much.
please go
Yeah.
ahead, guys.
Hi, everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. As Ram introduced, I'm Ashutosh Ranjan, and I'll be giving you a walkthrough of Python being used in the industry for different applications like data science. Could you guys please mute yourself? We can, it will be helpful for all of us. Thank you. Yeah. So, like I was saying, the the data science or data analytics or data engineering, these are the terms which are widely being used in the industry, and Python is being one of the most favorite tool to being used for different applications like data analysis, exploratory data analysis, model building, and all sort of things. So let's jump into the session, and uh,
Ashtosh,
let me
your
share my.
yep, your screen is
Yeah,
not visible.
yeah. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, Ashtosh, I can see your screen.
Perfect. Thank you, Ram. Okay. So first thing first, we will talk about what exactly the data. So think of like information which you are getting from a lot of sources available in your neighborhood or on the internet or anywhere. So if you are buying something, that is also a data. If you are using your internet, that is also a data. Where you are on what site you are accessing, or what kind of video you're watching. So everything is data, and being data is one of the most valuable asset in this world. And as per the Forbes data is going to be data is going to be most valuable than oil as well in coming years. And industries are spending billions of dollars on retrieving data and deriving insights from them. So this is pretty much about data, where you can see these are the types of data where you can have a scientific data, financial data, statistical data, or any kind of data, like I said. And so then there is a term called data analysis. So what exactly the data analysis is? So basically it's a process of inspecting, cleansing, transforming, and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful insights. So think of that, you have some some information. Suppose you want to buy any phone available on the internet. Then what do you see? First thing is you analyze different different features available in that particular phone. So that is a part of inspecting. Then you filter out some of the models from that particular company. For example, if you want to buy a budget phone, then you do a budgeting based on based on the available products in the market. For example, you want to go for a 20 to 30,000 of budget. Then so these things, whatever, I mean, whatever you are doing in your daily life, that is a part of the data analysis. And the same application is being used in the different industries, where we have terabytes of data. And to get insights from them, you first you get the data from different sources. Like it can be from any databases, it can be from any any sites, or from anywhere you can get. Then you try to get the information from that particular data. And once you have the basic information about those data, just to answer answer your the preliminary questions on why you need data and what kind of information you want to derive from that particular data. Then then you do these. So the step by step process of step by step process to get to a final result is known as the data analysis in a nutshell. And there are different types of data analytics as well, where it is called as a one is the descriptive analytics, where you have the data, and you have the previous data, and you are doing more like a analysis kind of thing, where you want to see how my particular product has been performed till now. So that is kind of that is kind of descriptive. And there is predictive as well. Predictive is basically it names says that you want to predict some some sort of result which is not which has been not published yet. So these are the four types of data: and descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and uh, prescriptive analytics. And then if you say if you focus on this particular flow chart, then you will see the everything everything is derived from the reality. Basically, if you are taking a Uber ride, then that is also a data. If you are buying something some groceries online, that is also a data which are being collected as an organization. And then they are transformed into different shapes and different to get different insights from them, just to serve their customers, or just to serve the purpose of the business, where you can grow your you can grow your business, and all sort of things related to data. And the first step is to collect the data. So that is the very first step. Without data you cannot do any sort of analysis. And then once you have the data, then you do a processing, which we will see in couple of next slides, where how these steps are being used. And there is also a called as a clean data set. Assume that you have a data. For example, you are going to buy a house, and you get a you get a data set, maybe 10 rows. And one contains you have a 40 bedroom flat in 500 square feet only. So that is not a kind of possibility which can where you can derive 40 bedrooms from 500 square foot of area. So those are the as in dirty data or outliers, which needs to be cleansed before doing any
Uh, Hi guys, I think we are having some network issues. I will just check with Ashutosh about it. Hello, Ashutosh. Ashtosh, you are on mute right now. Guys, I think Ashtosh is having some network too. Ashtosh, can you hear me? Okay. Uh, I think Ashtosh is having some trouble in network. We'll wait for him to rejoin. Uh, Dikvijay, can you check with Ashtosh? Uh, so, guys, by the time Ashtosh resumes this session, probably what I can do is I can introduce you to the ANPOC bootcamp, which we are going to do in the middle of the sessions. Right, but since he is offline right now, probably we'll go through it. Just give me a moment. Right. Yep. Yes. So let me introduce. Sorry, guys. I we wanted to have it, let's say, after 30 minutes of the program, but we since he is offline for now, we I will just introduce you to the NTOC bootcamp, which is NTOC Exponential Engineering Program for Data Engineering. So, guys, the NTOC has come. As I was telling you that we have been in discussion with a lot of experts for last 1 year, where we have been taking their experiences through their interviews. Uh, right, we have continued the same path, and using those same experts, we have launched a data engineering program on Antroc, which is so what we have done in this program is that we have divided the whole data engineering into six, 10 competencies, 10 to 11 competencies, and we have identified the experts through our interviews that we have taken, that who were the experts who has mastery in those competencies, and that's why we have brought those experts to teach. So 10 experts are going to join our program, and each is going to take one specific competency in which they have a mastery. Right. So this is a 16-week weekend program where the classes will be happening, will be conducted on the weekends, 2 days on Sunday, and two class on Sunday and one class on Saturday. Right. This course will have a lot of hands-on experience, right, with SQL, NoSQL databases, stream processing, distributed systems. Since this project, this course will be taken by the industry expert, right? The projects that we are going to do, they are the ones which these experts have faced in their own organization, right? So they are going to bring those projects also, as part of your assignments, right? So right, and this whole data engineering program, we are basically going to put it on the cloud computing resource. You are going to use the cloud computing resource, and it will be happening on the Azure, other than few of the things which will be having an on-prem, right? So that is how, so this course will not only teach you, data engineering, but also will help you also to adopt to the cloud platform where most of the companies are moving now. Hey, Ashutosh, are you here now? Okay, I think he's still not here. Digvijay, can you check with Ashutosh? Right. So I'll just walk you through also what exactly we are going to have in this program. This program is going to start, from very basic review of the Python. We expect you to have a good knowledge of Python before we start this program. Even if you don't know Python, but you have done programming in your life, either in Java, we will make sure, by the week you join our first week, you have, you complete your prerequisite of, having a good hands-on on Python. Then we'll review some of the concepts of Python in the first week, right? We are going to create the data engineering through Python, right? Basic Python without any using any specific tool, and then we'll go into some of the concepts of computing, which is very important for data engineers, right? Then in the next week we will go deeper into the advanced SQL. The SQL also will try to make sure that you have some knowledge before you join our class. Right. As a data engineer or for data scientist, the SQL knowledge is one of the most important knowledge, right? Because that's where you're going to play with the data itself. The first line of playing, data will require the knowledge of SQL. So we'll be going really deep into the SQL. Plus, we'll also try to touch upon the shell scripting, because that's also a very basic knowledge that is required from any IT professional, at least in the data domain, right? We moving forward, we will introduce the data modeling part, right, where you will be working with the MongoDB, right, and we will be working with SQL, NoSQL data, uh, right, and we will also be going into the big data and Hadoop development, right. You will be learning about the Hadoop, uh, yeah, right. And since I told you, this course is going to happen on the cloud. So before even going into the big data and Hadoop, we will touch upon the Azure essentials, so that from now on most of the courses will be happening on Azure. Right, in the big data and Hadoop development also, the course will be so we'll be touching a lot on Hadoop, Hive, HBase, right, to know about the big data and Hadoop ecosystem. The project here is also something which is industry standard. Right, then we'll move into the core sections of data lake and data warehouse. Again, this is going to be hosted on Azure. The concepts will be generic, but the implementation will be on Azure, right? And then we will move on to the data processing and batch processing, right, which is again the core job of a data engineer. We will be introducing this real-time data processing also, which is gaining currency right now, because a lot of companies, they have to work on a real-time basis, right? So here you'll be gaining your mastery around the Spark streaming. This is something very specialized knowledge, which is gaining currency nowadays. Even the existing data engineers can be part of it, where right, they can upskill their knowledge. So guys, this course is going to make sure that the moment you join data engineering, data science team, which as a data engineer, you are ready to go. Because what has happened in last few years is we have got a lot of data scientist teams set up across the industry, and what they haven't realized is without data, the data engine science team remains idle for a long time, right? Through our course, what we are making sure is to supply the demand of data engineers, so that data science teams can become much more productive, right? So this data engineering course can be a very good way of you to get into the data, the domain, right? And in case if you have a software engineering experience, that is going to be a big plus. So this course is going to end up with some topics around the data governance, right, security of the data, because right, unlike so when you join a data engineering team, right, this is one place where you are going to start performing from the day one of your job, right, because the teams are going to be very small. In case if you're joining a data engineering team, probably you're going to work in a team of 1 or 2 people, or at max you will have 3 people, right? So you need to have a knowledge, so that you can start from the from day one of your job itself, right? So that's where our that's how we have designed this program. This program has been designed in consultation with a lot of industry experts, right? What are the requirements in an industry, and how we should train people, right? So each if you see list of people that they are going to take this program, everybody is existing data engineer, right? So they are coming from very good companies like Amazon, Accenture, right? And right, so these are the people who are going to take this course, and you will get really a flavor of how what it means to be a data engineer in a company, right? So there are a lot of questions also around people about the data, being a data engineer or a data scientist. So let me tell you guys, the this is one way of people who have a good idea about the software engineering, right, to gain a currency into data domain, right? Because getting a very good job in a data science or in a machine learning, that requires more of a business knowledge, as well as advanced statistics concepts. Data engineering is one way of entering this domain, right? And from here again you can start your career. Probably you can again start gaining your skills, because the demand in industry for data engineers is very high right now. The reason, as I told earlier, is that a lot of people have companies have created a data science team, but right now they are struggling because they don't have a data engineer who can first of all generate the data and put it in a proper format. uh, right, so I will share you a link on the chat box, where you can go and register, and some of our educational counselors will reach out to you. They will explain you more about the program. So that's it about our data engineering course. I will just check with Ashutosh again, right, when he's going to be back. Give me some time, guys. Please keep on posting your questions also here.
Yeah, thank you, Ram, for taking care of that. I'm really sorry for my network. Suddenly, it went off. So, at what time you guys lost me?
No problem, Ashutosh. You can again share your screen. So I
Yeah,
have just introduced about the data engineering program in the so that I thought I'll take care of this time, use this time. So please go ahead.
yeah, thank you, Ram. So I was explaining about the life cycle of the data, right? So I believe at this particular time you guys lost me. Yeah. So yeah, so basically for the for the life cycle of the data, so a majority of time you will be doing the capturing, qualifying, and transformation of the data, which is about 75% of the of the time. And the process involved in this step is called as ETL or ELT process, where you are extracting data, loading them into into the data warehouses, or or any data lake, or all sort of things. And then you are doing transfer, then you are doing a transformation and all sort of things. So that is the basically there is one thing is called as a ELT, one other thing is a ETL. So both are same. It's just that the transformation step varies in between them. So we can see them, talk about them more detail in coming sessions and everything. So so let's move to this is about the life cycle of of the data analysis, where the report has been published from the Northern University. So where you get for any data analysis project, first you try to understand the problem, because understanding the business problem is very important. So that will give you insights about what type of data you want to gather. Suppose you are dealing with a financial domain or financial issues, then you will be more focusing on the financial data itself. There is no point of extracting the healthcare data or any media management data. So that is the basic step about understanding the business problem. Then you want to understand the data. So for data understanding, you will be performing few of the steps which we call as a EDA. So the exploratory data analysis will help you to understand the data. Even the data prep is the data understanding, data prep, and the EDA part. These two, three, four are the steps which goes simultaneously. You will be doing a lot of cleansing, formatting, all sort of data. That is called as a data prep. But in other words, we can also call them as a data wrangling or data cleansing sort of thing. Then you will be doing some sort of validation, and then visualization and presentation. So visualization and presentation is the one of the most important step, because you want to tell a story based on your months of work, basically. So suppose you have involved in any of the data analysis project, where you have worked for about 3 months or 4 months on creating those final results. Then you will be presenting your insights in front of maybe in front of business or executives, or any important person. So then you want to make it crisp, and you want to present your insights very effectively. So that is one of the step. And there is importance of analytics. So basically we do analytics to save the cost, time saving, social media listening, customer acquisition. So a lot of things. So think of anything like building a bridge. So if you are going to build a bridge, then as a data, so if you are a data analyst involved in that particular project, then you will be analyzing a lot of materials available in the market based on their durability, based on XYZ factors. Then if you are let's say if you are doing a financial data, then you will be again involved in analyzing a lot of factors. So those are the steps which are involved, and there is innovation. So based on the analytics, there are a lot of innovation which are going in the market. So I must say you guys will be aware of a lot of innovation steps which are being taken in the data world. And for example, Tesla is one of the innovation which derives entirely on the data and analytics domain, where they are using a lot of machine learning model, a lot of artificial intelligence, deep learning to get that automated vehicle running on the road. So that is the point of innovation. Then there is the application of data analytics. So think of any industry and you will find data analytics in each and every domain. And there is you guys must be hearing about a lot of data jargons industry. So I have listed few of the top data jargons, so which are data science, engineering, analytics, AI, ML, big data, and there are a bunch. Trust me, there are hundreds of other jargons as well, which are currently being available market, where
Ashutosh,
but
we are losing your voice
if we
a bit.
if we talk about in an attention all these different is it better now?
Yes, Ashutosh,
Still the same?
No, this is much better, but we lost you for a moment in between. Yeah, please go ahead, Ashutosh. I think.
Okay. Yeah. So I was explaining about different in the industry. So think of think of any of the term, like for example data science. Then the term data science varies from industry to industry, from companies to companies. For example, a person working as a data scientist maybe work data analyst in some company, but if you are working for any of the big companies like FANG, like basically the Facebook, some of the big projects of Accenture, or some of the big projects even of the Infosys, so that role will be different. So there will be a lot of teams which will be involved. A lot of budget will be allocated to that project. So based on that, for a single project, there can be multiple people working on in that domain. So then the segregation happens based on a lot of factors. One of the main factor is the budget. So suppose you are as a just take you as an example. You have just started your career in the data engineering. Then you will be working on extracting data as well. You will be working on transforming them. You will be working on cleansing, doing EDA, doing all sort of things as an end-to-end task. So you are a data engineer, you are a data scientist, but consider yourself working in a big MNCs, where you will get the data prepared to you, and you will be just doing the statistical analysis on a particular set of data. So that becomes the data scientist job, or sometimes it is called as a statistical analyst. So these are the terms of so for main fundamental is that you need to know about the softwares, basically the softwares available in the market, like and the concepts available basically on the Python or R or any of the tools. So Python is being widely used in in the data industry. And yeah, so this is if you see this particular a particular chart, then you will think of, as a data engineer, you will be doing ML deployment as well. So for ML deployment, you need to understand about what that,
Ashtosh, we are losing you again.
what that particular chunk of code is working. You will be data programming.
Ashtosh, this is better now, but we have lost again for a moment in between. Please go ahead. I think
Okay,
maybe
is it better now? I'm really sorry for my internet. It's been raining heavily in my area, and that is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So from this picture, you can see that as a data engineer, you have to be, software engineering, big data programming, and more like everything. But to be a industry ready, you want to be well prepared in all these fields, where you can be working as either as a data analyst, either as a ML engineer, either as a data scientist, or XYZ. I mean, you can be anyone in the data world. Let's do a poll here, Ram.
Have we missed the first poll?
Yeah. So let's do.
I will launch both of them, right? After 1 minute, probably we can again go for the second poll.
Yeah, sure.
Guys, will have 1 minute to complete the poll. Uh, so I should have shared the result for the first poll. Right. Can we just explain a bit about it?
Yeah, sure. So, so data analytics and data analysis, they are not same. They are different. So think of like data analysis is a subset of data analytics. So data analysis is a kind of technology, or you can say kind of methods you perform to perform within the data analytics domain. I can share one article with you guys after, maybe I'll ask Ram to share them with all of you.
So I have launched the second poll also. I think let's see results. Guys, you have again 1 more minute. Please complete it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll end the polling now, guys. Maybe 5
Yeah.
more seconds. Okay. So yes, so polling is on screen. Ashutosh, I think everybody. is has Python. Yeah.
Right. That's awesome because currently.
Guys, please
அது
go on mute.
ஆபரேஷன் பண்ணிருக்குல்ல சார்
Z21554, please go on mute.
புரியல புரியல சார் ஆமா
Please go ahead, Ashutosh.
Yeah, I think a majority of them are, the choice for them is Python, which is, to start or to work in the data world. It is a very good choice because when you will be working in the data industry, then because Python is being one of the widely used, and it has a very strong community as well. So you can find a lot of APIs, a lot of libraries which are being already being developed. Either you are doing in any of the development, and so in data in the world of data, basically in data industry, there is R is also being widely used, but for the few of the developers, and Scala is also there. So Scala people do use, but more into development side. Suppose you want to read some heavy data set in your if for your analysis. Let's say you have TVs, 1 TB of data, then using Scala you can read anything from the Hadoop. And once you have the data available in your notebook, then you can go for any of the programming, because that will based on Scala you can create a view, or you can create a temporary table, and then you can use it for them. But yeah, Python is widely being used as well. Yeah, let's move to the next slide. Yeah. So then there is Python for data analysis. So before starting to work on Python, I want you to ask this question from yourself: what makes Python so special? From your point of view, I'm sure you will find any one of the reason for using Python, because Python is not perfect, which we all know, but in our world we want something by which we can do our work perfectly. So using Python, you can perform your work in a precise manner, but as a language, Python has some limitations. But for a data analysis type of stuff, or for data scientists or engineering, Python is have what you want from it. And some of the popular libraries are NumPy, Pandas. I'm sure you guys must be aware of many of the libraries like NumPy, Pandas. They are the hot favorite for. So Pandas is built over NumPy. So NumPy is a numerical Python. Pandas is built over NumPy. So Pandas is being used for data exploration, and some of the visualization you can also perform within Pandas itself. Then there is a Matplotlib. So Matplotlib is basically used for visualization. Whatever charts you saw earlier, the pie chart, or or the Gantt chart, or the bar line, any of the chart, you can be performed. You can create those charts using Matplotlib. And there is Seaborn. So Seaborn is built over Matplotlib. So suppose if you are writing 4 lines of code to generate a graph for a problem using Matplotlib, then using Seaborn you can create that same graph using 2 lines or 1 line or 2 line codes. Then there is scikit-learn, SciPy, and Beautiful. So scikit-learn is so we call it as sklearn as well. So basically it is used when you want to work on the modeling side, where you want to do a modeling. Suppose you want to do a linear regression, or you want to do a logistic, or random forest, or any sort of any sort of ML concept, then we can use scikit-learn. And there is beautiful soup as well. So beautiful soup is basically for used for extracting, extracting web data to your, to your CSV file or Excel file. So beautiful soup is just a web scraper, you can say. And so this is the you can go through, these chart, this chart, and you can see what kind of libraries are being used for what. And there is other term called as exploratory data analysis. So think of having a data set, a huge data set with you, and then you want to summarize the main characteristics of that particular data set. So the step called as a EDA, which is exploratory data analysis, it is used to just to understand the data set. You can summarize them and you can find the really useful insights from that data. So that is that is the thing for the data set. And it just for data analysis, these are the things which you can use for for performing. So there is one thing which is called as a hypothesis. So whenever you are doing any of the data tasks, then you will assume some hypothesis. Hypothesis is called as an assumption. So you assume that this data will have this kind of relation. Let's say this data will have a collinearity between two data sets, two different features. Then you will check for that hypothesis, that assumption. If it is true, then it is true. If it is not, then you will just discard that hypothesis. So that is the thing for the test for the hypothesis. And there is a data wrangling. So data wrangling, you call it what you want. So data wrangling can be called as a data munging, data cleansing, data transformation, and you can hear about them a lot, from a lot of people with lot of other names. So the purpose of the data wrangling is to clean your data, transform them into a good shape, and then you can utilize that particular data in your next steps. So there is a code which I have prepared just to demonstrate on how the EDA happens, how the data wrangling happens. Before that, this is the basically with pandas you can do all sort of data wrangling. So this is the high level definition. So apart from these steps, you can also perform a lot of things within the data wrangling. But you can see, so you can retrieve data. So that is also a data wrangling, the step involved in a data wrangling. Then you are combining different data sets in one, like joining them. You are doing inner join, left join, right join, outer join, all sort of things. Then you are reshaping your data, and you can do all of these using pandas itself. So for wrangling, 90% of the time we use pandas and matplotlib just to get the insights of the data, and you can visualize them as well. And before that, let me jump to the code. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So before jumping into the EDA part, let me tell you about the data. So this is the data. So basically, it's a data from the housing problem. So suppose you want to buy a house, or you want to do analysis for a housing company, for example, housing.com or XYZ, any of the site. Then you will have these sort of data, like so there will be some ID associated with every record. Then there will be price of that price, bedrooms or bathrooms, living measures, as in the dimension of the living area, and all sort of other steps you can see, and the total area. So in how much area. So from the first glance, you can see there is a bathroom with a 3.25. Is it possible to have has a 3.25 bathroom? So bathroom has to be either 1, 2, 3, 4, right, as an integer, not so this tells you that this data needs some of the pre-processing, some of the attention from your side, just to get the high level understanding of the data.
So before that, this is a step how you can import the libraries. So for importing pandas, you can just do a import pandas as PD and imports numpy as np and all sort of thing. Then you will run this code, and all the libraries will be, you will have all the libraries. So for running, you can just enter shift plus enter in this scenario which I just did. So it will take some time for processing if you are importing a lot of libraries, heavy libraries and all. And then you can see you have the then you can have the data. So for reading the data, you can just do read CSV and all sort of things. So you so before before moving into the final data, you need to understand about the data. So the shape will give you this will give you how many columns it has, and this will give you how many records it have, and then the info. So df.info will give you all the details, like CID will have 21613. So this step is basically help you to understand if there are any missing data in missing data or not. And then you can get the finding the unique value to make categorical variable. So for example, for bedroom, I want to list all the numbers of bedrooms. So in this one, you can see you have 4 bedroom set, 3 bedroom set, 2 bedroom set, 5 bedroom set, and 33 bedroom set as well. So before so once you see this this 33, then there is a point should came to your mind, because 33 bedroom set will require a lot of space as well. So you need to examine this particular set of data. So like 10 and 11 as well, or 0. I mean, if and what's the point of having 0 bedroom? But yes, you will examine those data in next step. So this will give you the bathroom as in 3.25, 2.15, 2.5, and all sort of things. And to just like I said, the bedroom has 33. Just to analyze if it is possible. So you will see its price is coming out to be 640,000, and the bedroom is 33. And so for 33 bedroom house, there is only 1.75 bathroom. So let's if we take a just either it will be 2 or 1. So this will give you, and for 33 rooms, there will be only 1 bathroom, and the living measure is 1620 square feet only. So this tells you that these are going to be outliers in your area, because in based on different assumptions and different measures, you are going to examine a particular data set in your problem. So this is one of the most. And then there is a term called feature engineering as well, where you create a new area as an age of sold. So I have derived the age of sold from year sold minus year built. So you can see that age of sold, year sold, and total area. So these are the features you can always prepare. And I'll not go much in depth for this particular data set. And this is how you can and to display the statistics of a numerical column. So for example, for bedroom, what will be the mean of that particular data set, and what will be the standard deviation, max, everything. So this will be there. Then outlier detection, how you are going to remove the unwanted data, basically unwanted data from your. So there are some some steps which you follow, and you will get to know about all of them once you start learning about them. And you can always reach out to any of our team to ask how you can perform these steps with the help of ANCOG. And yeah, so these are the pretty much about how you are going to do the do the EDA as in exploratory data analysis. Then there are some visualization as well which will be required. And just to get the this is to create the histogram plot. So using so I have created this histogram using pandas itself, because I have not imported any other libraries or any so I am doing all of them on the DF data set itself, which is my pandas data frame, which I have just created. Now we are moving into the next phase of the walkthrough, which is the visualization. So in the visualization, you can visualize. So this is a box plot which you can create using using the matplotlib. So I have wrote some of the code, some of the lines of code to get these these distribution of my different bedroom, living measure, and all sort of. This will tell you that where your data is symmetrical or not. So yeah, so these are some some visualization which you can do on the categorical variable analysis and the factor plot, all sort of things. And there is and based on, there is one more thing which I tell you in the start. I told you about from the EDA you want to see whether whether there is a collinearity between or correlation between two different sets or not. So one means they are highly correlated. If you increase the value of CID, then the CID will increase. And I have plotted based on plotted on x-axis the same parameters as on y-axis. So that is the reason why if you plot x is equal to x, then always you are going to get a straight line chart, right? So that is the reason why you are getting the collinearity of correlation of 1. You can see here, and then there are a bunch of others as well. And then if you are increasing CID by 0.0042%, then the price is going to be impacted. So these are the these are the different things which you can do once you start your career in the data engineering or data science or data analysis, anything. And with these steps you can actually create a very good visualization chart, or very good EDA result, and all sort of things. And there are a bunch of other graphs which I just to give you insights how you can create these basically these charts. And with this you can see the trend of quality to price. If the quality is increasing, the price is also increasing. So these are the steps, and these are the factors which will impact you once you start working on a lot of data sets and a lot of data visualization, Python, and everything. So so this was about the about the overview of this particular data EDA problem with the visualization involved in within it. And let me share my screen again. And we have already seen how we can do EDA and data wrangling with Python. And then there is so let's do another poll, I guess, Ram, and after that, because we are only left with the data pipelining. So let me finish this data pipelining as well. And so basically, data pipelining is you can relate it to the steps. So for example, just for example, to get into a company, to crack an interview, what you need, first step is to prepare for that. So that becomes a first pipeline for your career. And then after preparing for the interview, you apply to the companies. That becomes the second pipeline of your career. Then so the same way we have the different pipelines which has been created. For example, I have this pipeline, and it is similar to this pipeline, a different.
Ashutosh, we have lost your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah. Ashutosh, we can't hear you.
Now, my network is horrible today.
Yes, you're back only now, right? I think you are.
Okay. Yeah, my network is being horrible today. I'm really sorry.
Say your voice is going in and out.
Okay, so Is it better now? So this is the last slide which we have for the for this walkthrough, which is the data pipeline. So in data pipeline, it is just to step-by-step process to create or analyze your data in a specific purpose, and one operation block can be an input to other data pipeline as well. So that is all about data. For example, one could remove outliers, apply dimensionality reduction techniques, and then run the result to a mathematical model to provide classification on a particular data set. So this is all about the data pipelining. So once you start working on the data, then you will create your own data pipelines for different operations, like first step you will be cleaning your data. In second step you will be doing outlier detection, and as a combine of cleaning and outlier, there will be another data pipeline which will focus on modeling or statistical analysis or loading any data to a specific network. So yeah, that's all about the data pipelining, and I believe Ram has already introduced you with the with this program of data engineering. So I'll be taking classes for the Python for data engineering, analytics, and all sort of statistical concepts. So yeah, we can have that as well.
Yeah, Ashtosh, I have launched the fourth poll also. Guys, please participate in this poll.
Okay.
And after this, we'll take a Q&A session. Whatever questions you have, we have some time, and we can Ashutosh can take some questions. So guys, you can put your questions right now also while the poll is running. We will try to answer most of them. Yes, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions directly.
Sir, can we get the recorded session?
Yes, you will get the session recording. You will get it on your email with the link, right? And you can follow it from there. Yeah, I think it will be available after two days. Yes.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, what is the difference between data science and data analytics?
Yeah, so like I said, so data science is more into talking on the business side, where they can be very well versed in a specialized domain. But in a nutshell, if I can tell you, so data analysts are responsible for doing all sort of EDA part, all sort of data exploration, and even for the modeling as well. So that so sometimes that varies from company to company. In some company, you can be called as a data scientist while you are working entirely on the data analysis part. But in some company, you can be called as a data analyst only, although you are working on a data science project as well. So so they go in parallel, basically, data analyst and the data scientist.
Okay, sir.
So
thank you.
There is no data scientist without data analyst, or there is no data analyst without data scientist.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ashutosh, can you also explain where does data engineers fit into this whole ecosystem?
Yeah, so basically it's a subset of extracting data. So if you're working on extraction of the data, then you're also working on cloud technologies and all, and you are doing transformations on the data, like what type of data you want to keep, or what all the data you want to exclude. So the entire universe revolves around the data engineering itself. So think of like you are the data engineers are the pillar of the data industry. So without data engineers, there will be no data, basically, and without any data, there is nothing.
So what is the important, what do we say, important ML algorithms needs to be in the kitty of data analyst?
So think of doing any ML model using any of the existing concepts. So it can be linear regression, logistic regression. But what I see for your question, if you know about basic maths and basic statistical concepts, then you will be able to pick up any of the modeling. And so machine learning is one of the tools which are being used for data analysis or data science, data scientists, because you can do a data science project on Excel as well, where you don't need any sort of modeling. And trust me, being working in industry, a lot of time we do analysis only on Excel, where you will be you have the statistical concept. For example, you want to take some ratio of the number of people who have accepted the invite, and number of people who have joined the meeting. So you are taking a ratio, and those ratio can be taken using a very difficult statistical concept, or or a simple model as well.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, one last thing. I was asking you that we being in fresher, for the data analyst, so how we should prepare our CV and, go for the job.
Ashtosh, are you available?
Yes, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. What I was asking you that how we should prepare our CV and prepare ourselves for a fresh, to get in the industry as a data analyst, as a fresher.
Yeah, so for a fresher, first you need to do a couple of projects, a couple of personal projects. Like you can pick up any of the data available on the site, and you can analyze those data using Python or any of the tool which you want. And so write about your project on your CV, and do a lot of projects, at least 4 or 5 projects, and be prepared about in-depth question from those those projects.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. So there is a question from Rosie. What did you think? Which are the basic skills that a data analyst should have? So one of the skill which you should have is a critical thinking. You need to focus on a certain problems, how you adapt a problem, and based on problem, what are the steps you are going to take. That is the first thing. And the second thing is to get the technical knowledge. Like you should know about all the libraries, working knowledge of all the libraries, like whatever is being used. So majorly it will be pandas, numpy, matplot, and seaborn. Either can work, seaborn or matplot. So those are the things you should have.
So do you have any other question?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, I'm trying a course on data analytics right now.
Okay.
In Google, that Coursera platform I'm planning to do. Is it worthy for start a career as a data analyst by taking those courses?
Yeah, you are getting when you do courses from Coursera, then you are on your own. So you will be understanding about those concepts, no doubt, everything. But you should be irrelevant to the industries as well. For example, in Coursera, there are a lot of courses which are there, and majority of free courses are older, so which were being used in let's say in last maybe in 2015 or 2014 or 2017. But with the changing industry, you need to get in touch with some of your colleagues, some of your friends who are actually in the field, who can guide you with the right courses in any of the platform.
Sir, as a fresher, we need to we need to tune up our skills with the help of that analysis tools such as Excel or spreadsheets, along with visualization tools such as BI or mm, a Tableau. As a fresher, we need to set up our boundary within these two, or we need to learn Python along with some of the most used algorithm.
So Python and SQL, these are the two language which are widely being asked in, asked and used in the data world. So you need to understand about Python and SQL. That is a must step. Without SQL,
So you
there
mean
is no point.
Python and SQL?
Yeah, Python and SQL. So both
Yeah.
both of them are really important, and I would say those are the pillars of the data industry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank Ashutosh. I think we have already exceeded the time by 7-8 minutes. Probably we have covered for the time when you are not here.
Yeah.
Right. Thanks again, for taking part in this masterclass. I hope everybody would have enjoyed this. Right, the guys, to remind again, we at NPOC, right, the first of data domain that we have launched, the first course is around the data engineering. Right, this data engineering is more on the on the engineering side of the data spectrum. Right, but unlike a data science, here the entry barriers for the knowledge of business will be much lower. Right, it is much more transferable skills. So in case if you have bent of mind toward the engineering side, uh, this is for you. Right, and yes, and you are also welcome to join our antwalk.com. It is an awesome platform where we have a lot of interviews. So you have the interview from Ashtosh also, where he has talked about some of the project that he has done in his company. Right. In same way, you will see a lot of data analysts, data scientists. They'll be sharing their experience about what they have been doing in their company, what kind of projects they have been doing, what issues they have been facing when they are taking this project, and they have also shared a lot of wisdoms in their interviews. So don't forget to log on to antwalk.com. It is very, very useful for to get an understanding of what's happening around. Right. So thanks a lot, guys. Ashtosh, thank you again for taking this masterclass. Let's give him a big hand. Right. And yes, we will be conducting some more master classes in future. Right, keep visiting our antwalkagain.com, and you will get to know about the more sessions which we are going to come in future. Right. Have a nice day, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Right. Bye bye. Bye, Ashutosh.
Bye, Ram. Thank you so much.
Yep.